What is going on with films? I'm just blown away with the amount of movies I've seen this year. 2025 has been one of the worst years for films, like ever. I just can't believe there are this many films that have come out this year, and they're all just absolute terrible. I don't know if you guys have felt this way throughout this entire year, but for the last 8 months or so, since this is August, it's just been absolute crap for movies. And I don't think I've ever been so disappointed in my life. I used to want to go see films. I personally don't want to see films anymore. Like, I honestly don't. Most of the movies that I see nowadays, I wouldn't actually go to anymore. And it's really, really sad. The whole reason I wanted to make this YouTube channel was so that I could review films and actually critique them in, I would say, more of a fun way than most other movie reviews that you see out there. But I also wanted to show why movies are really terrible. Like, just look at Jurassic World Rebirth. What a crap movie that is. What were they thinking when they were writing that story? And I know a lot of people talk about Superman and how great that film is, but it's not good. If you really think about films, Man of Steel is so much better than that film. Like, light years ahead. And it's crazy for me to say that. You would think Hollywood, after so many years of making films, they would get better at writing stories. But they're not. It just absolutely blows me away every time I think about movies. What is going on, Hollywood? And one of the things I've been talking about in predominantly most of my reviews is that the technicals are so good. Like, Hollywood has nailed technicals. We don't care about the technicals as much anymore. All those people that do the technical stuff, like, they deserve like a round of applause. Those people are good at what they do. The writers and directors and probably producers and the executives and studio heads are the ones I would say need the most blame on them, because they are pumping out crap after crap after crap, and there is no reason for them to do that. When I first started back in 2014 filmmaking, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just wrote a script, shot it, we shot the movie, done, and that's it. And it was terrible. It's actually terrible. It's called Within Circles and it's terrible. So what did I do again? I wrote another script. It was called Bagman. And it's crap. It's a crap movie. And some people do like it because it's absolutely ridiculous. But then again, I stopped and thought to myself, how do I make this better as a writer? And that's when we shot Bagman Rising, which you can see the posters behind me. And that movie has so much love and passion in it that it blows away a lot of films that have been coming out nowadays. When people see it, when people really see it, whenever it comes out, people will probably be blown away. Like, we put a lot of work into it over like 6 years now. But what I'm trying to get at is, why isn't Hollywood doing this? Why are we still getting crap movies? There's no soul in them. There's no life to them. There's nothing. They're soulless films that we keep getting. They always want to subvert our expectations, like Weapons that recently came out. But we don't need that. We want a film to take itself seriously and just show us a good time, show us a good story. Why isn't that happening? Every time I think about films, I'm just blown away at how bad they are. And people will, obviously, people be circle jerking each other and whacking each other off because it's the best shit ever. For whatever movie comes out, they're like, it's a masterpiece every time. And it blows me away. You think the harshest critics would be like the top of the top, Rotten Tomatoes? You think those people would rate the movie like harshly? These people are not rating these movies harshly at all. A lot of these films that have come out this year deserve less than 3 stars. They're horrible, horrible movies. I don't know why people's standards have gotten so low, like so low to the point where anything that gives them any level of satisfaction is a masterpiece. All those people that said Superman was amazing, it's not that amazing. If it was amazing, you wouldn't have a bunch of fans divided on it. So therefore, they didn't do a good job. But they'll keep making Jurassic World Rebirth freaking shitty ass films because people go and see that crap. People will still go and see that. And the studio executives at Universal will be like, well, we might as well pump out another shit movie. I know I don't want to swear too much, but yeah, that's why I just wanted to put this video out and be like, come on, what are you guys doing? You have so much money and everything, and they're just wasting it. You know how many other filmmakers that would die for a chance to make just something good? Just go and give an indie film like $2 million if that's the case. And it could do well. And one of those films is like Terrifier. That's the reason Terrifier is so memorable in a ways. Because it really shocks the audience. And that's what it does. Every time I think of Terrifier, especially the third one, there's always like one moment that pops into my head. That's when he's chainsawing the guy's butthole. Like, that's funny. And that's like very shocking. But at the end of the day, I remember that. Most of the movies that come out from Hollywood, I don't remember anything. I don't remember lines that come out, not even like one-liners or anything. I can't really relate to any of the characters at all. And one of the biggest things was that I've kind of figured out is the writers are not putting themselves in these situations. There's a reason why Jurassic Park works so well. It's because the writers put themselves in those situations. What would actually kind of happen? Obviously, at the end of the day, it can't be completely realistic because then you have films like Warfare. And Warfare that came out this year is so unmemorable. For how realistic it is, it's great, but it's completely unmemorable. And the reason I say that is because films like Saving Private Ryan will be remembered because of the story and the way the characters are and the way you could feel what they're feeling. And that's why you can walk down the street and say, hey, do you know what Warfare is? And a lot of people will probably say, no, I have no idea what the hell that is. But when you tell them, hey, do you know what Saving Private Ryan is? Everybody's gonna know what that is. So those films shook the culture up in some capacity to have people remember those films, which is not being done anymore. I don't know what exactly has happened. Obviously, Hollywood has been pushing the narrative in everything they've been doing, especially with the girl boss stuff, the diversity stuff. They always had to get their checklist out and be like, yep, we got that. But did you make a good movie? Did you write a good script? That's what I'm trying to get at. And the best people aren't getting hired. We got Nepo babies now. We got, hey, this is my friend writing the script. We got new people writing scripts out of the blue. They've never had to do anything before. They're just, hey, I know you could write the script. What is this? And I think I Know What You Did Last Summer is a great example of that. A bunch of people that couldn't write shit. That was the movie you guys could come up with. What a garbage story. Absolutely garbage. And don't get me even started with Superman. That was a travesty of a film. Horrible. And then you got Marvel's movies coming out, and they are just so vanilla, bland, and boring. How does anybody like this? But people, especially the Marvel fans and the Star Wars fans, they'll take anything. They'll just accept anything. They're not harsh on Marvel at all, or Disney for that matter. They're just like, oh, I'm just grateful we got it. Are you high? You guys don't want to complain or anything? Like, no wonder movies are shit. Because no one is saying anything is bad. These people give them like high-ass reviews for every single movie. It's not that good. If we compare films from 15 years ago, those films are so much better. Like what came out in 2010? Inception. Amazing film. We don't get that anymore. And I do think a lot of people were actually sleeping on Tenet. So many people were sleeping on Tenet. Because that film is actually good. I do think it's a lot better than Oppenheimer. Way better. Oppenheimer almost made me want to go to bed. But that's what I'm trying to get at. And at least Tenet had a good one-liner as well. He says, I ordered my hot sauce an hour ago. Where's it at? That's great. Where is that? I'm thinking about the last movie I saw, which was Weapons, and technically Fantastic Four, but the only line, there's a few lines I do remember from that. From Weapons, the one line I got was the chick saying, oh yeah, suck my dick. That's what she says. And that's the line I remember. I just can't believe that's the line I remember from that movie. Is suck my dick. From a chick. And I just could not believe it. Why? Why is a chick saying suck my dick? Like, do you have a dick? It's okay to have a dick, I guess. It's 2025. So you might as well just whip it out. But that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't remember any lines. Do you remember any lines from films these days? Because I don't. The only line I remember from Fantastic Four First Steps is as a family from the trailer. I swear to God, that's all I remember. I can't even think of anything else now. It's just so unmemorable. Films these days, man. Like, unbelievably bad. You got all the technical stuff down. Write the damn story. And James Gunn was talking about, oh yeah, we want to have finished scripts. Well, first off, you have to criticize the script. I don't think anyone criticized the Superman script. I guarantee you everyone was like, oh, Gunn, this is the best movie ever. The script is amazing. This is perfect. All his butt buddies there and his whatever friends, they're all just like, oh yeah, it's so good, bro. And that's what happens. Nobody tells each other the truth. And I've experienced it myself. Nobody tells each other the truth. Hey, maybe that doesn't work out. Hey, this part of the story, that's not that good. We are in a society that just lies to each other constantly, and it's getting so annoying. It's unbelievable. Because anybody will try to do anything to just, get one out. Try to do anything to just get by. Oh, I'll take this job. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. But that's what I'm getting at. People don't know what the hell they want. And obviously, Hollywood keeps giving us crap, and people are like, oh my god, it's the best. Oh! And they're choking on Hollywood's cocks. And all these damn reviewers are just circle jerking the directors and producers or whatever, just so they can get exclusive crap. Oh, I saw this film. It was shit, but you know what? I'll just give it a good review. And how many people are being honest? How many reviewers are truly being honest? Really just think about that to yourself. How many people are being honest? I don't think many are. Or they're just absolutely blinded by the narrative that they push out constantly. And it's getting so annoying. The only way we can make films better is to criticize them even further than what they are. Because people's standards are in the damn grave. Because there is no standard. 15 years ago we had a standard. I swear to God, all these movies that have been getting made would not do well 15 years ago. They'd be getting 6s. 6s or less. In all honesty, that's just how it'd work. But as soon as one gets too much hype, like Sinners or Weapons, people will circle jerk each other and be like, oh my god, it's the best movie ever! And it's like, no, it's not. Just because the director subverted your expectations doesn't make it a good film. Is The Last Jedi a good film? I don't think so. I think that was a big slap in the face to everyone that was a Star Wars fan. And that's one of the films that really took me away from Star Wars. I just did not like it anymore. And Star Wars has had a steady decline ever since then. Because Disney or whoever the hell, Kathleen Kennedy, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. And we have so many incompetent people in Hollywood running the show, and they have no idea what they are doing. Zero idea. They don't know how to make films. You got Gun Boy who says, oh no, we got test scores that says get rid of the squirrel, but we're not going to listen to that. The audience didn't like that from their test screens, but you kept the damn scene in there. Why? Makes zero sense. These people don't listen. They have too big of egos, and that's why Hollywood is absolute trash. And that's why movies are failing. And that's why theaters are going out of business. Because Hollywood doesn't give a shit. No wonder people aren't seeing films. It's not because of streaming services, it's because you have to make the people want to go see the damn film. You have to make them feel like they're going to see an experience. Not some fluff movie that no one's gonna give a shit about. It's so tiring getting these films these days. And that's the reason I created this channel, like revived the channel. It was to do this. Was to show how much I love films, but they are absolute garbage. And these filmmakers suck. They really suck. At least I can say I've tried and I failed. I've tried and I've made shit. But I wouldn't have learned if I didn't make that shit. These filmmakers are like, I'm a god. Just because you made a film. And they're like, yeah, I'm the best. because they got all these good reviews and I'm the clear winner here. And then you make their egos go through the roof. I don't give a shit anymore. And it's just so tiring. And I just wanted to express my passion for films, but it's and that's why this is why I'm doing this. I wouldn't be doing this. I'm suffering through watching these damn films, and I have to make something comical out of it because they're so terrible. And nobody is saying they are bad. There's always such a small minority of people that are saying they're bad. Because the rest of the average audience is like, oh my god, it's amazing! Like we got with Superman. And then all the Marvel fanboys, they'll take anything. They'll just accept anything. Oh, Marvel Studios did it. Peak. Oh, Fox did that movie. Ah, shit. Where are we at with films? What do people even want? These studio executives don't even give a shit what you want. Clearly, Disney, they could be making so much money, but they're wasting all their potential. There's so many things they could do with Star Wars, and they are pissing it all away. Where's a Vader TV show? Where's this dark shit? But no, they gotta push like girl boss and diversity and all this other crap. So what, you can get like tax credits and all this crap from Canada? The DEI central hub? Because that's where a lot of the money comes from, is from Canada. And it's tax credits. Almost every single film has, or every single big film has Quebec under there. Almost every single one. And sometimes it is also included Ontario. Sometimes here and there. And then also BC. And it's just mind-boggling. What are these people doing that they had to put such a narrative in the films to make them shit? We get cookie cutter, basic, the characters are bad. No one gives a shit about the story because every story is trash. Or they just ruin it like weapons. And it's really annoying. For example, take Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. What is that movie? Is it just to show off Tom Cruise's ego and that's it? Sure, the stunts are amazing. The story, on the other hand, is absolute shit. It's a trash story. You basically gave us half an hour of all the other films and just recapped it in a little section, and there you go. But you didn't try anything else that was new. That's why films are getting so annoying. They're not willing to take any chances. And these people have such big egos, they can't let it go. They're like, yeah, I'm the best. And that's it. You just have to accept it, and that's it. No wonder movies are shit. It just blows me away thinking about it every single time. Almost don't even know what to say at this point. Well, I'd love to know your thoughts on films as well. Like, what are your guys' takes about them? What is Hollywood doing wrong? And I also find the indie scene isn't doing that much great either. Why do we keep making drama films? Stop making drama films. No one gives a shit about drama films. I want to see no coming of age stories. Who gives a shit? Dramas don't even sell that well. So stop giving us some bullshit drama crap, indie filmmakers. Stop making that shit. It's annoying as well. And no wonder, like, the indie scene has declined so much over the years. Although a lot of indie films have popped off, like Terrifier, And obviously Sound of Freedom-ish. But that's what we need. We need these, or Godzilla -1. We need films that really take chances. Express something more than, hey, we had to do our cookie cutter story based off the diversity, or DEI for that matter. It's so stupid. Stop doing that shit. Then you guys can actually make good stories. Where maybe your soul has been sucked out of your goddamn body that you can't even make a good story to save your life. Because that's what it seems to be happening. Is the writers can't write, the directors can't even direct. And it's just cookie cutter basic crap no one is gonna remember. That's how I always think of things. Is anyone gonna remember this? Is anyone gonna remember my films? And a lot of people that actually enjoy Pigment remember some of the lines. And it's always great to see. Even though the film is absolute trash, it's always good to see that people tend to remember lines from the film. That's what I'd want. Not 6 out of 10, don't remember it the next day. That's what you don't want. We gotta stop. We gotta start making memorable films nowadays. Otherwise, we're gonna lose the people completely. That's what I say. And if nothing changes, it's gonna keep declining every single year. And what? Everyone's so hyped up to see Nolan's next movie? Hopefully it's not boring as shit. I'm really hoping it's not. So, we'll see about that film. But I do think, overall, I think next year might be a better year for films than this year. But this year has been absolutely terrible. I don't even know what to say. It's really sick. I'm really getting sick and tired of it. Not many films have impressed me this year. I think Final Destination Bloodlines was a bit of a surprise. I did not expect that to be as entertaining as it was. But it turned out to be pretty solid overall. But like Sinners, overhyped junk. Weapons, another overhyped junk. Superman, overhyped junk. Jurassic World Rebirth, at least some people talk about that film and say the story is not great and the characters are dumb as shit. At least there's that. But yeah, superhero movies, absolute trash. Because people actually want to see good stories that they can connect with. Not some bland vanilla, the chemistry between them is all lame and stuff. It doesn't work. Hollywood's either gotta change or the indie scene's gotta pick up and do something even better, which I think it will because of AI. So as soon as AI gets to a certain point, we'll probably see way more indie films get created just because of AI. Because at least it'll help filmmakers like us get things done a lot quicker. Or because a lot of times we don't have the budget to do certain stuff. Because no one wants to fund these films. Not even the government. Unless you do some DEI bullshit. Because they want you to push a narrative. And it's always about money. That's all this is. They just spend money like it's nothing. A film like Mission Impossible's The Final Reckoning should not cost 400 mil. That is unbelievable. There's no reason for that. A lot of these movies, the budget should be just slashed in half. Like, cut the budgets down. Stop paying these actors exorbitant amounts of money for subpar work. It's absolute trash. We got to make films better. Otherwise, this whole industry will kind of like just die off in a way. Maybe it'll come back later. And I can always tell this because I love buying physical copies of movies. And this has been one of the years I have not bought as many. And that says a lot to me. That these films are not good. something's gotta change. Something has to change about these films. Because if not, bye-bye, turn it off. For good, I think. Otherwise, they're just gonna get crap stuff from Netflix and that's it. Theaters, dead. The movies got to change. The filmmakers got to change. The producers got to change. The studio executives need to go bye-bye, turn it off for good. Because they're doing a shit job. They got to make people feel the movie. Feel it. You need to be in there. Your world is consumed by this film. Where are those movies? We are not getting those anymore. And I see it. There's a reason so many older films can do that for you. They just make you, when you pop it in, watch it or whatever, you're zoned in. It has so much charm. The actors are flawless. Well, not necessarily flawless, but they're very good. And then the writing's good. Just the chemistry between characters. And it's awesome. Everyone is going to remember those older films. Like Jurassic Park, Jaws, like the Star Wars movies. Even one of the worst ones, Attack of the Clones. I actually like The Phantom Menace a lot more. But Attack of the Clones, that movie is like amazing nowadays. It's crazy to say that. And when I reviewed Fantastic Four, the 2005 version, and the 2007 one, I was just blown away. I haven't seen those movies in so many years. And when I saw them, it just completely consumed me. I was in there. That's all I was thinking about. I was like, damn, this is so good. Everything flows so naturally. Where is that in today's modern films? Just everyone's got TikTok brain and brain rot, and that's it. And the society's just cooked in general. I don't know what needs to exactly be changed, but I know they need to get rid of the damn narrative, get rid of all that DEI bullshit in there. That needs to go first. But what I've truly figured out is that films need to be written in such a way where you feel for the characters. You see where the characters are going through certain acts or certain emotions. That's what the writers are missing. They're not putting themselves in these situations. Hey, would this character do that? Would this character make this person go bye-bye, turn it off? Or how do I create more depth to this character? Because a lot of the characters that come out nowadays, I don't remember them. I don't connect with them. There's no depth to them. A great example of that is Weapons. I didn't feel anything for these characters. It was like soulless. Like, cool, it's like going through the motions and not experiencing the journey in a way. When you write a script, you're writing, you're enjoying it. Whereas nowadays they're writing it, but they're not going through it. They're not feeling it. That's what's missing. It's so weird and bizarre. It's such a weird time that we're living in. So strange. But movies gotta get better. They have to get better. Because it's something I love so much. Or we just need brand new filmmakers. Get rid of all these poopy, crappy ones, and they can all go bye-bye, turn it off. Get rid of them. Or there needs to be less soy and less fruitcakeness in these damn little groups that they got. And get rid of these Diddy people and shit. Something needs to change. Because you can only fake this so much, Hollywood. And the indie scene as well. Because I definitely know they always gotta fake everything. Oh my god, this movie was great. And probably behind closed doors they're like, that shit was garbage. That shit needed to go bye-bye, turn it off for good. I just want to start discussions with people, see what they think about films, and where they need to improve. Because a lot of people have such great ideas as well as to like how films could improve. And these studio executives and all these people at the top, they don't care about people like us. They're like, oh, you don't like it? Then don't show up to the movie. We get stupid comments like that. We don't need that. Everything has become so political with films as well. And we don't need it. Get rid of that shit. Make it for the people. Make it for the audience. That's the only thing that matters. Is did you entertain the audience? Did you make them feel good? Did you make them question things? Those types of we just need that. Otherwise, forget it. It'll just be bye-bye, turn it off for good. So yeah, there's my little rant in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and absolutely tell me your thoughts on film. Give me a long paragraph. I just want to see what people are talking about. I'm very fascinated what other people's thoughts are on films, or their opinions, why movies are shit, or anything. Why TV shows are shit. You know, just anything. What makes them shit? That'd be so awesome to hear it from you. Just tell me what's going on, what do you see, something I may not see, and I'll just go from there. But yeah, I'd love to start a discussion, talk with people, see what they think, and because I'm sure there's lots of you guys out there that love movies so much. Absolutely love them. And that is why I'm here to review movies in a very comical way, is to entertain you. Sure, people don't sometimes like my reviews. It's fine. You can't please everybody. And that's what people gotta learn as well. And I do think that is why The Studio is one of the best TV shows out there, because it actually shows why movies are shit. Because there's so many incompetent people pushing a narrative, trying to please everybody, trying to do whatever they can and still screw it up. And you can't. You can't make everybody happy. And that's just how it works. And that's obviously how YouTube works. You cannot make everybody happy. And that's life. You either go bye-bye, turn off, move on, get tough skin, and just go for it. But I do recommend people talk about this more. Talk about films. Talk about the problems with them. We can't just be accepting films for what they are and be like, yeah, that's good. That's good enough. I got some level of satisfaction from that. And that's it. Come on, we got to do better. Gotta keep making things better. We have to be harsh critics on films. And I think a lot of these movie reviewers and people on YouTube just stroke it. They ain't being harsh critics about a lot of films. And a lot of the films I've given better reviews to have either just blown me away, or they're just decently good in that regards. And so many people are sleeping on Rust. I swear, that movie is so good. Alec Baldwin is so good in that movie. Despite whatever happened, despite the accident, the cinematography is amazing. And people are sleeping on this film. Why? Nobody is going to see the films that are actually good, which is a very few. There's very few films that have been good this year that came out. Even though that film was technically in festivals and such last year, it's still an amazing film. I think more people should go see that film, or at least download it, torrent, whatever, do whatever to go see it. Because I think most people would be blown away by it. You actually cared. You actually felt the emotion. You felt the story. You felt the journey. That's what you want. You want people to escape for a few hours. That's what we need. We want people to forget their lives and wish they went back into that world. That's what you want. And that is what's missing. That charm, that just that journey, the way films back then were just created in such a way that you just felt like you were a part of it. You felt like you were on that journey with them. That's what we want. That's what we want people to make. Otherwise, we're just gonna get cookie cutter basics crap every single time. Come on. Give us something good. Why is it that, I would say 97% of films are absolute shit? It's unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable to say that. Because 10 years ago, you could go see a film and a lot of the films were decently good. Even though they were up in the narrative and progressive crap in films. But at least they were somewhat interesting. And before we had the virus or whatever the shit you want to call that crap, it was good. People were enjoying films. I don't know if everyone got that, and that's why everybody makes soulless movies. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I'm trying to figure it out. But the more I watch movies, the more I do figure it out. It's the story and the characters every single time. They're just terrible. The writers suck. And I don't know why these people keep getting jobs to write. They are terrible. Get some competent people that are actually good. It's just like James Gunn's Superman. He didn't have to direct or write that film at all. He's just a studio executive. He could just be like, hey, you direct, hey, you write the film. But no, his ego is too big that he had to do it all. And that's why it gets really annoying. Because people's egos are too goddamn big in Hollywood. And they all need to go crashing down. And I think that's what's basically happening. No one is going to see these movies that should be making easily billions of dollars. Easily. Because it's not connecting to the audiences. None of these stories connect to a lot of people. That's why I think even Superman did so poorly. No one wants to see a weak-ass Superman. I honestly could not connect to that character. And I think it's the worst iteration of Superman. We need good films. Come on, Hollywood and indie films. We need good indie films as well. I do think indie films are the future as well, but we need those things. We need these films to be good. I want to escape life and go into this other reality. Now my dogs are barking. So maybe that's time for me to stop rambling on this video. If you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts about these films. And, tell me your thoughts about why films are garbage, why they may be good, and whatever. Just tell me anything. I'd love to discuss with people. And that's the whole point of this video, is to discuss. And that's the whole point of my channel, is to discuss films. Or whatever I like, Just have some fun, enjoy it. But people take my reviews so damn seriously. So, therefore you gotta go, bye, turn it off!